All right, let's begin today's warrior flow with a simply seated posture. We have a guest teacher today, Mr. Rocky. He's bringing the vibes. He's bringing the energy. Yeah, you're a good boy. All right, simply seated, Sukhasana, moving the flesh away from the sacrum. Sitting up nice and tall, closing the eyes and focusing on your breath. Just noticing how the breath feels as it travels through the body. Notice how your hips feel. Notice your knees. Notice your feet. Good. Notice how your jaw feels. Your neck, shoulders, your elbows, and your belly. Well, let's begin to bring an intention to our practice today. What is your goal for your movement and your breath work today? Nice soft breathing. Maybe it's a phrase or a word. Or maybe your intention is just a feeling, an overall feeling. Very good. We're going to begin with neck rolls. So begin to drop your shoulders down and back so that you're sitting up nice and tall. Good, keeping the spine in alignment. And then you're going to drop the neck down and roll the neck across the clavicle to the side, so that your ear drops by your shoulder. Whichever way you go, that's how you go. Good. Exhale, roll it down. And then inhale at the center as you switch to the other side. Good. And we're just going from the ear to the shoulder. Very nice. Inhale as you roll it down. Exhale as you stretch the side of the neck out. Good. Inhale as you roll down. And exhale when you roll it to the other side. Good. This time as you inhale, drop the skull back into the spine and then let the skull become centered with the spine. Your mouth should be open. The jaw will slightly be open. Good. When you're ready, let's exhale and keep rolling the skull across the back to the other ear. Inhale at the side. Exhale, roll the skull back. Stop in the middle. Inhale, roll to the side. And then exhale, come into that side neck stretch. One more time. Inhale, roll it back. Stop in the middle and then begin to exhale as you continuously roll to the other side. Good. Inhale, rolling it back. And exhale, rolling it all the way to the other side. Good. As you inhale, let's tilt the skull up so that the gaze comes up in neutral. Good. Let's round the tailbone. Separate those shoulder blades and let's interlace the fingers in front of us. Tuck that chin into the chest for a seated cat. Now press the hands away. Inhale, tailbone goes out. Belly forward. Arms come all the way back and the skull draws back into the spine. Good. Exhale, round it into cat. And then inhale, move it into that cow posture with the palms up. Arms back, skull back. Exhale, round it out. And inhale, come up into cow. Good. Exhale, release. Bring your hands below the knees and start to move in the torso, swiveling your hips in a circle. So we're going to move this hip circles for 1, and 2 and 3. Keep going. Same direction. 4, 5, one more, and 6. Now let's go in the opposite direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's transition into child's pose. So let's move the knees back behind us, maybe as wide as the mat. Bring the big toes together and then move the seat towards the heel of the feet. Very good. Reach the arms out wide. Forehead to the mat. Soften in your backside. Very good. From child's pose, we're going to transition into a modified plank, only to prep us for downward facing dog. So let's look up between the hands and then move the hands back a little bit so that you start to anchor yourself. Lift your seat up as you gird up. Lower belly comes up so the ribs are drawing you forward. Then you can move the knees back behind you in a modified plank or in a full plank. Either way, come into that plank posture. Then on an exhale, let's use the top of the ribs to press the hips up and back, and then try to walk the toes a little bit closer to your wrist. Now give me a shoulder draw. So move the shoulders out of the ears and hug behind your heart. Keep the ribs together in the front. Good. Externally rotate your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, grip them out with the fingertips and heels of the hand, so much so that the palms come up off of the mat. Good. Bend the left knee. Lift your right cheeky up high. Now bend the right knee, lift your left cheek up high, 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 up and back. Good. Switch with your breath. Switch. Good. And then release. Only 2 more times. Okay. So bend the left knee. Switch, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. And again, switch. And again, switch. Good. Come up on the balls of the feet. Look forward at the thumbs and start to walk the left foot towards the left hand. Now then take the right foot towards the right wrist, soften the knees and let the head hang low. Good. Now we're in a forward fold. Let's grab the elbows. If you'd like to straighten the legs, you're welcome to, but I want you to be comfortable in your fold. So you can either soften those knees to protect that circulation, just allowing a little bit more freedom and relaxation there, or you're going to lengthen and straighten those legs out for a more intense stretch. I will allow you to be the judge of what feels best in your body. So personally for me, I like that softened knee. Right now, I have a lot of sensation in my low back, so I'm just going to wag my hips just to encourage movement since there is such a really strong sensation here. Good. Still breathing, still inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. I've got my healer on staff today right here, my little assistant. Bring in the vibes, like I said. Yeah, I love it, love it. Good, let's start to add some twists. So let's bend that left knee, straighten the right leg. Let's drop or tent the left hand down. And then I want you to bring right elbow up and back. And then reach that right arm up. Tuck the right abdominal muscles in on the side. Good. Now let's release down the way we were at before. And then we're going to switch everything. So bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, tent or flatten the right hands. If you have a block, you're welcome to use that. Then bring your left elbow straight up and then reach that left arm straight out. Good. That is our flow. Let's inhale, fold, exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the left knee, left hand down, right elbow, right arm up. Good. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Bend the right knee, inhale, left elbow up, left hand up. See if you can go a little faster. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, bend the left knee, right arm up. Exhale, fold. Bend the right knee, the left arm, straighten the left leg. fold, switch, left knee, right arm. Exhale, fold, right knee, left hand, inhale. Good, exhale, fold it all the way out. Move the neck from side to side. Bring the skull back into the spine, chin into the chest. Very nice. Now anchor down through the heels of the feet. Bring your lower belly in, roll your shoulders back and down, and I want you to let your arms hang as you lift yourself up. Use your calves, use your hamstrings, use your glutes, but use your abdominal wall as well as you slowly roll up. Chin is last, so the shoulders and then the chin. Inhale, arms up, shoulders are down and back. Exhale, side bend. Reach and extend through one side of the ribs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, we're compressing into the ribs that we were just extending, and we're extending in the other side. Very nice. Let's do it again. Inhale up, exhale to the side, inhale up, exhale to the other side. Inhale, come up, and exhale into mountain. So hands come to the heart and hands to the side. We're going to begin our warrior flow with some sun salutations, but I want you to have your hand weights nearby, because when we're coming out of a three-legged dog, we're going to want to set the feet up and then grab the weights. So let's begin at the top of the mat. Let's begin at the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. My weights are nearby. Good. We're coming back into mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, heart leads. Strong legs, strong back. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on the shin, or arms can dangle, or fingers on the mat. On the exhale, hands come to the mat. Step the left foot back and then the right. Inhale at the top of your plank. Exhale, knees. Lower them down, and then the chest, and then the chin. Good. Inhale, dive it up into a little baby cobra. Exhale, fold it out. Tuck the toes. Let's press up into a modified plank. Inhale. On the exhale, downward facing dog. So using those top of the ribs and the core to lift the hips up and back. Good. Look forward, bend the knees to hover. Right foot forward, then the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Heart is leading, but you're strong in the glutes, strong in the hamstrings. Arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen and extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, hands on the mat, right foot back, then the left. Inhale at the top of your plank. Exhale, let's start to lower. You can take a knees, chest, chin, or you can shift the weight forward so that the shoulders are coming in line with the fingers, elbows straight back in a tricep or military push-up. You can lower all the way down, release the knees. Inhale, come up into a full cobra, shoulders are down and back. Exhale, round the tail, round the ribs, the upper back, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Press the chest closer to the legs. Move your shoulders out of your ears. Give me a good shoulder draw. So pretend to squeeze a pencil behind your shoulder blades. Externally rotate your hips. Spiral those inner thighs up and back and keep the top of the ribs engaged. Good. Bend the knees to hover. Step the left foot, then the right. Fold in an exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Standing crunches. Exhale, fold it out. And then inhale, soft knees. Come all the way up. Rise. Reverse that swan dive. Let's take a full sun salutation here. So one breath is going to take you down. I'm coming into mountain here. I'm going to move a little fast on purpose. If you want to take the first modification or the second, do so. Do what's best for you. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, fold it all the way out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. You can step or jump it back. All the way down. Then inhale, you can take a cobra or an up dog. Exhale, round and lift into downward facing dog. Let's meet there. I hope you were able to follow along. If not, feel free to rewind and go back and do the version that feels best for you. In this downward facing dog, I'm going to want to lift my right foot. My toes are facing down, so I have to internally rotate the right hip. I'm going to lift the heel up and back as if someone's pulling on my ankle as far as I can go, keeping my lower abdominals engaged and my shoulders down and back. Bend the right knee so that I'm going to kick in my butt. And then I'm going to send the heel up and over to the left in a three-legged dog, but I have to drop the right shoulder down to stay into alignment. Good. Deep breath, deep breath. Three-legged dog here. Just look down at your big toe or at your knees and stretch across the front of your hip flexor. Good. From here, let's look forward at the thumbs. Then I want you to rotate that right hip inward, internally rotate it. Bring that right knee into the chest as you shift the shoulders in line with your wrist. Grip the mat tightly with your fingertips. Step the right foot through and then blade the left foot at a 45-degree angle. See, make sure that those feet are kind of wide, at least 1 to 2 feet apart. I want you to grab your weights here. Keep your lower belly engaged. Anchor down through the feet. Squeeze your inner thighs, roll your shoulders down and back, and then begin to lift the heart up, holding those weights. Very nice. Coming up. Warrior one footing, we're going to add a row. So I'm just going to bring my arms out, and I'm going to row them back for 6, 5, 4, 3. You can add a twist if you'd like. 2, and 1. Now I'm going to lift my arms straight up into traditional warrior one. And then I'm going to rotate my torso to the left and turn my left foot, which is my back foot, perpendicular to my right. I'm going to bring my arms out parallel with the mat, palms up for warrior two. Stance. Very good. Gird up and make sure that your back shoulder is in line with your hip. Remember, hips, ribs, shoulders. Good. Arms out. We're going to do a bicep curl for 6 and 5. Gird up. 4, top of the ribs together. 3, shoulders down and back. 2, keep breathing. Exhale. 1, release. Drop the back hand down. Make sure that right shoulder, front shoulder is down and back. And I want you to lift and extend through the front rib cage here. This is my right, so I'm extending through the right, compressing in the left. Now, my right inner thigh, that front inner thigh needs to be rolling out. So externally rotating that right hip so this inner thigh is facing up. From here, I'm going to make sure my palm is facing the left. And then I'm going to bend the elbow so that the weight comes back behind my head. For 6, and then I extend and down. For 5, extend. 4, extend. 3, extend. 2, extend. Last one, extend. From here, I'm going back into warrior 2, but I'm going to bring my palms down. So keeping my feet where they're at. Now, I want to bend the elbows so that the palms are facing to the side, and then I'm going to chest fly for 6, 5, 4, nothing moves below the waist, 3, 2, and 1. Open up, reach the arms straight up, rotate into warrior one. So my left side is going to rotate facing the front, and I'm blading my back foot down. Good. From here, I'm going to bring the weights out in front of me with that bent elbow, and I want to do a reverse fly. So I'm going to open up for 6, tummy tight, 5, 4, squeeze inner thighs, 3, right hip is moving back, 2, and 1. Reverse flies. Good. Now, I'm going to leave the weights down, palms are facing back behind me, shoulders are down and back. Tuck those ribs in tight, start to hinge the torso forward in a humble warrior. I don't want all of the weight in this front leg. Please try to even it out with both legs. Now, with the palms facing back, we're going to lift the arms to their comfort, chest is forward, and then we're going to pulse. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the weights. Lift the back heel up. Hands on the mat. Step the front foot back to meet the right. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Deep breath in and out. Lift those hips up and back. Press your chest closer to your thighs. Keep the top of the ribs together and shoulders out of the ears. So shoulder draw, externally rotating those hips. Good. See if you can straighten your arms a little bit, not a lot of it. Stay soft in the joints. You're doing great. You're doing so good. Let's look forward. Bend the knees to hover. Left foot forward, then the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. The swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, side bend in the opposite direction. To the right, I'm going. Inhale, up. Then I go to the left. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Inhale, up. Elbows wide, a little back bend. Soften the neck, just a little one. Drop the shoulders. Good. Inhale, arms up. Fingertips touch, palms come together. Exhale, hands at heart. Remember your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Take this with you as you're building strength today. And as you're using the strength that you've built, that you're not shelving it. Good. Inhale, arms up, sweep it up. Exhale, fold it all the way out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and grab the weights. No, I'm sorry, don't grab the weights. Hands on the mat. Bend the knees. Left foot back and then the right. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, coming up into cobra or up dog. Exhale, round, move into a downward facing. So top of the ribs are moving those hips as you bring the toes a little closer to the wrist. And then make sure you're giving me a good shoulder draw. Drawing your shoulders down and back. Good. Now let's lift the left heel straight up, internally rotating that left hip. Toes are down. And as if somebody is pulling that ankle away from you, try to square your hips. Good. Lift that heel as high as it goes with a straight leg. And then bend your left knee, activating the hamstring. Now stack the left hip on top of the right. Reach that left heel away from you as you square the shoulders. Don't allow that left shoulder to lift up. We are not twisting in the torso. I want you to focus on stretching the front of your lower body. Good, and compressing in the back side of that left leg. Now look forward between the thumbs. Internally rotate that left hip, bring that left knee into the chest, shift the weight forward so that the shoulders are aligned with the wrist. Step that left foot through and blade the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Make sure you have a little bit of space between the feet. Now grab the weights. Bring that lower belly in, ribs are together. Roll your shoulders down and back. Lift the heart and anchor down through the outside edge of your right foot and the front of your left. Good, lift from the chest. Make sure that this right hip is leveled with the left and that it's moving forward. This left hip needs to be moving back. Good. From here, let's do a warrior one posture with the arms. Then we're going to bring the hands forward towards the belly button. And I want you to row for 6 right by the ribs and forward. And 2 and 3 and 4, anchor down through that back foot, and 5 and 6. Reach the arms straight up. Now we're going to open into warrior 2. So my back heel moves perpendicular to my front. And I widen the arms out parallel with the mat. Good. Belly is tight. Good. We're going to bicep curl here for 6 and 5, 4. Sink into it. What was I doing? 1 and 2. I think that's 6. That sounds like 6 to me. Good. We're going into reverse warrior. How many did we do? Okay, I'm going to film 6 and then delete all the other stuff. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, belly tight, and 1. From here, drop the back hand down, lift the front arm up, and extend through those front ribs. Good. Swiveling my fingers so that my weight is facing my back toes, that they're facing the same way. I'm going to work the triceps here by bringing that top hand towards behind my skull for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I'm going to move back into that warrior 2 stance. Arms right here. And then I'm going to bend the elbows so that the weights are up, and I'm going to chest press for 1, or chest fly 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze, and 6. Now from here, straighten the arms up, rotate the back toes forward at a 45-degree angle, anchor down through the outside edge of that right foot and all 4 corners of the front. We're back in warrior 2. We're going to reverse fly. So, bringing the arms out front towards that belly button, I'm going to reverse it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to come into humble warrior by bowing forward, using my abdominal wall and the strength of both legs. Straighten the arms, palms are up. I'm going to lift those arms up to my comfort or to my challenge, squeezing the glutes and inner thighs together. We're going to pulse. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, raise it all up. And exhale together and down, and then lower the weights down. Lift the back heel, feet on the floor. Step that front foot back to meet the left and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, sweep it up into cobra or up dog. Exhale, round it out. Lift up that booty to the sky. Good. Downward facing dog. Wag the hips if you're feeling any type of sensation in that low back. Good. You can walk your dog here by bending one knee and then another, focusing on each side. If your upper body is wanting a little bit of stretch, take the right hand to that left ankle. Take the left hand to the right ankle. Keep those hips squared. Good. Look forward, bend the knees to hover. Right foot forward, left foot. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to the left. Side bend. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale wide elbows with a little back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to move to the back of my mat just because of the way that the camera is. And because of my wonderful assistant. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands on the mat so that you can position yourself into a child's pose. So step one knee back and then another. And then bring your big toes together and reach the arms forward. As you begin to settle in, notice that I'm kind of swaying a little bit here as I'm working my torso down to the mat here. I might want to rock a little side to side on my forehead, softening my tailbone down. Good. Let's bring our hands over to the left corner of the mat. Bring the right hand on top of the left and draw the right hip away from you as the left side of your forehead anchors down into the mat. So you have a slight tilt of the head. Good. Breathe in deeply. Exhale softly. Inhale through the nose. Exhale softly. One more time. Perfect. Let's walk our hands over to the right side of the mat. Left hand goes on top of the right. Draw the left hip away from the hands and bring the right side of the forehead to the mat with a slight tilt of the head. Inhale through the nose. Exhale softly through the nose. Soften the hips. Inhale through the nose. Reach that right hand a little bit further away from you. Exhale through the nose. Soften down. Good. Melt into the mat. Inhale through the nose. This time on an exhale, bring the hands forward. Good. We're going to begin to make our way onto our back in a knees to chest posture. So I'm going to come down onto my sits bones first, and then I'm going to get as small as I can. I'm separating my shoulder blades from all of that weight work, which was wonderful. Feel free to repeat that warrior flow on both sides at any time you would like. It's real good stuff. Let's roll it all the way down and bring those knees. You know, it's called knees to chest, okay? But like my chest is here and my belly is here. I really would like to call this knees to belly because I don't know. My knees don't go into my chest. They're going towards my belly. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. Intention. What is your intention? What is your intention for your practice today? You're doing great. Let's anchor down the left foot to the floor, to your mat. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee and then use the right hip to press that right knee away from you. Flex your right foot, please. Good. If this feels nice, stay here. If you want more stretch, then you're going to lift the left knee, lift the left foot, and maybe thread the hands behind the left hamstring, but still use that right hip to press that knee away. Good. Some of us need a little rock in this reclined figure 4. Some of us just need to be still. I encourage you to try it out. Be curious. Figure out what's best for you to build your awareness within your body. Good, very good. If you'd like to extend the left leg and get into that left hamstring, you are welcome to do so. It's all optional. You can always rotate the ankles just to encourage circulation and mobility in there as well. Again, don't have to, but you can if you want to. It's your choice. Very nice. We're going to release this all the way down and switch to the other side. So I'm going to uncross the right ankle and plant the right foot. I'm going to lift the left ankle and cross it over the right knee, using my left hip to press that left knee away, flexing that left foot. I need to soften in the tailbone. Good. Kind of tuck the pelvis a little bit, not a lot of it. Good. You might want to rock side to side here. Taking it nice and easy because I want there to be balance from one side to the other. Good. And if you want to, if this is in your practice, you're going to lift that right knee and right foot and bring your hands behind the right hamstring to pull closer to your chest, your belly. Oh my goodness, you may want to rock a little bit. You may want to straighten that right leg and rotate the ankles again. I just want to encourage you to have freedom in your practice, to help you build awareness in your body. From one warrior to another. Good. Let's release the right leg, right foot down. Release the left ankle from the right knee. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. Heels as close as you can to your bottom. And then try to soften the knees away. Just allow gravity to work here. You're welcome to place your hands on your belly, above your hips, or you can cactus the arms, or if you feel better with your arms extended. Again, figure out what works best for you. This is your practice. It is your body that you're living in. Remember your intention. practice listening, listening, listening. Very good. In our next posture, you would need a flat wall for legs up the wall. Your bottom would go up against the baseboards and legs up so the heels are up against the wall. If you do not have a wall, that's okay. We can still do the shape. So squishy the feet out wide, as wide as your hips. And I want you to extend one leg straight out to your comfort. It's okay if you have a bent knee, then let it be bent. Just let it do what it does. But the shape is to extend the legs up and then add the other leg up. So almost like a cascading waterfall here. I want you to tuck the pelvis in. And again, if you do have a wall, you'll have to move your body and your bottom towards the base of the wall. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then the heels are resting against the wall. Legs up the wall, our next posture here. It'll be in the recording on Thursday, when you do the recording Thursday. Very good. Our last pose is a happy baby posture. So you can take this against the wall. I don't really recommend it, but if you are going to do that so you have minimal movement, you're going to bend the knees toward your shoulders, bring your hands under the hamstring, and then lift the ankles up so that they're in line as much as you can with your knees. From here, you can reach and grab the outside edges of the feet and then pull those knees on the long side of the ribs. Very good. Big deep breaths. Lengthen out through the bottom half of your body. Try to lengthen the spine out long and roll your shoulders down and back. Yeah, your shoulder blades should be touching the floor. Good, but you're softening through the pelvic area. Very good. Now, if there's any other posture you would like to take, like a bridge or a plow, it's time for Shavasana. Okay. If you just need to bring your knees into your belly and rock around. It's time for Shavasana, or surrender pose, or corpse pose. So I'm going to be setting the timer for you to go ahead and begin laying down on your back. Okay, get nice and comfortable on your back. If you'd like to use pillows of any kind, now is the best time to do that. Put on some cozy socks. Cover yourself up in a blanket. If you have any furry animals or slimy animals that you'd like to cuddle with, then now's the time to do that. Good. My assistant has left the scene, so his portion is done. Good. Slowly begin to inhale through the nose. Sink into the floor. Exhale, soft sigh through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, inflate the belly. And then exhale softly, sinking into the floor. Remind yourself of your intention for your practice today and allow that intention to soak in Good. Inhale through the nose. Let's take an open mouth exhale. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, touching the end of each finger pad with your thumb. Let's rotate the ankles and the wrist in soft circles in one direction, and then let's switch that direction. Good. Reach the arms up. For a full body stretch, point the toes, and as you exhale, let's roll to the left side of the body, bending the knees, using the hands and forearms to the side of our left face, the left side of our face, not our left face. We only have one face. All right, on an exhale, let's press up using forearms and hands from that side lying fetal posture. And then cross your legs naturally, and then uncross them and recross them in the opposite way that you would naturally cross. Let's inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you live a life of ease. Namaste.